Every year around this time, I take a look at the financials for our rentals and think about what expenses make sense before the year ends. This is especially useful if you have had a profitable year and have a potentially big tax bill coming up. If there was something you were going to buy at some point anyway, doing so before December 31st of this year can reduce your taxable income and your stress later. It's almost like getting a discount on the thing. With that, I want to share 10 useful ideas on potential expenditures, many of which I have made before or I am doing this year. The first one was steam cleaning the couch at the beach house. We have this huge gray sectional that throughout time has slowly gotten some wear and tear, a little bit of staining, nothing super obvious, like no one has spilled a whole thing of red wine where, you need to immediately, urgently take care of it. But over time, it's just kind of gotten dull. It took a good few hours and a few $100s to get the whole thing cleaned up, but it looks so much fresher. And hopefully this also extends the life of this furniture instead of having to buy a new piece sooner. You may have something similar in terms of furniture or even window coverings. A lot of this upholstery cleaning is kind of a big project and never feels super urgent, but hey, if you have extra at the year end, this is a good project to tackle. Second category is appliances kind of on its last leg. Sure, there are times when the thing just suddenly breaks out of nowhere and you can't prevent that, but there are appliances like our washer and dryer that we kind of on and off have issues with that like the end is coming, it's having more problems, it's maybe getting clogged up more often, and you've tried different maintenance and repair type tactics. Unfortunately, a lot of these appliances aren't really built to last these days, so it makes sense to look up on average what the lifespan is, and if it's gonna be needing replacement soon-ish anyway, to kind of plan for that. Just a quick note though on tax deductions and expenses, the furniture or appliances that are new would count as a capital expenditure. There is the de minimis safe harbor where you can expense the whole thing upfront if it's less than $2,500. There's also bonus depreciation. There's ways to do it, but by default, it is a thing that needs to be deteriorated over X number of years. Just something to keep in mind if you want to maximize the tax benefit. The third category is software subscriptions. With managing a short-term rental, there are so many potential tools you can use. There's property management software, dynamic pricing, financial tracking/bookkeeping, cloud storage, privacy protection, etc. A lot of these can be paid kind of annually upfront, often at a discount. So if you are way ahead in terms of profits for the year and this is something you've been on the fence about, it might be something to look into adding. For example, Baselane, a banking/bookkeeping platform that I have been using for my short-term rentals, has now added Baselane Smart, which is their paid feature for $20 a month that offers a ton of automation tools like matching uploaded receipts to automatically imported transactions, an AI-based auto tag assistant that helps categorize transactions, and it's very real estate friendly. The categories are already Schedule E compliant and relevant to real estate investors like us. Smart fund and minimum balance transfer between accounts to prevent missed outgoing payments. The cool thing is it actually starts with a 30-day trial. So if you get started now, you would have plenty of time to decide by year's end whether this is something you would like to subscribe to long term. Go to the link below to sign up for an account, and thank you to Baselane for sponsoring today's video. Number 4 is holiday gifts to cleaners, vendors, neighbors. It's a small appreciation gestures that will be well received by whoever gets your gift and is also 100% deductible as a business expense. Per IRS rules, the current limit is $25 per recipient per year. Although if you're gifting to a couple, then it's $25 per person in the couple, so 50, because 25 is not that much. And this could be as simple as a gift card, or you can personalize it based on your relationship with that person. Number 5 is restocking essentials. You will run out of toilet paper at some point, the shampoos that need to be refilled. There are so many supplies that go into running a short-term rental. And even if you're not thinking about immediately disposable things like that, kitchenwares, utensils, game room items, those tend to either go missing or become broken over time. So around this time of the year with all the Black Friday deals, it's a great time to stock up. And also, if you have something like Rakuten, you can stack that for additional cashback or credit card points for shopping that you are going to do anyway. Number 6 is smart home upgrades. This includes smart thermostats, irrigation sensors, noise monitors, cameras. And while some of these smart home things are more more expensive than their regular counterparts, they can be really helpful for improving your overall guest experience, and more importantly, keeps the house running smoothly and reduces the number of maintenance calls. I've previously told the story of how we didn't even realize our irrigation system was broken for a while until the grass has kind of died and turned brown, and then we realized, oh, the thing has blown a fuse or something. It's like smoking and melted in the backyard, and no one has seen it for a while. Now with the smart irrigation system, it's detecting when it rains and doesn't waste extra water for the rainy days. And we get to set the schedule from afar and understand what all is going on. We have a track record of it. Same thing for cameras. You get to see different angles of the house, who's coming and going. This could be guests. This could be unintended solicitors. It could be vendors or any maintenance people that you want to let into the house for whatever work you need done. I think especially for those of us who are remotely managing a property, this feels like having extra eyes and extra ways to stay on top of the operations without physically being there or without having to send a person literally just to go look at a thermostat. Number 7 is deep cleaning / bigger maintenance items. There are so many of these items that you really don't need to do every year, but over time, at some point, you do need to get to them. Things like cleaning out the dryer vent or making sure the gutters are cleaned, power washing the outside of the house, honestly, all kind of boring tasks that, to me, exist just on a list and that are often overlooked. Number 8 is planning next year's business trip. If there are conferences related to real estate or related to your business that you want to go to, or if you're just looking to book some time to visit your property and do some maintenance work, travel booked by December 31st, even if it's for a future date, can still be deductible this tax year if you're paying for it this year. This can include plane tickets, car rentals, accommodations if you're not staying on your own property. Just make sure you're documenting clearly the rationale for this business trip and have support to prove why it is a business trip. I use my personal template, and you can use something kind of like this as long as you have a systematic way of documenting the who, what, when, where, why of this trip. Number 9 might be a little bit more unexpected, and it's credit card annual fees. For any business credit cards that are used solely for your business, the annual fees are deductible. So if you were to apply for a certain premium credit card for your business with an annual fee of $800.95, that whole thing can be deductible, whereas the sign-up bonus and any of the points earned are not taxable. I'll link to a video done by an actual tax attorney explaining the nuances of this topic, but this can be a really fantastic way of offsetting some of your business taxable income while getting net benefit from the points you receive, especially if you know kind of how to transfer them out to partners and get maximum value. Don't do this if you are prone to getting into credit card debt, if you're not able to pay everything on time in full every single month, because the interest will negate any benefit you're getting. But if you're using it responsibly, I love this as a travel hack. Number 10 is solo 401k contributions. I haven't personally done it because real estate depreciations and deductions usually cover most of my tax bill. And also I already have access to a 401k or 403b at work, which I already don't max out. So there's kind of no need for me to do this roundabout extra thing with additional fees and maintenance efforts. But if you have higher profits and or no W-2 job where you can put in pre-tax money for retirement, a solo 401k might be a solution you want to look into for sheltering some income and using that for investments. In a nutshell, you may be eligible for opening a solo 401k if you have earned self-employment income and you have no other employees other than your spouse. With this option, you actually have an even higher pre-tax contribution limit because you're both employer and employee. So for this year, I think it's up to like $69,000 for the year. Doesn't quite make sense for my case, but I thought I would leave it in there in case this applies to some of you. As always, I am not a CPA, not a tax attorney, not any financial advisor that is certified to give you advice, but hopefully this sparked a few actionable ideas on your end on how to reduce your tax bill. If you're thinking, yeah, this list is solid, but I don't actually have that much I want to expense by the end of the year, I do have a recent video going over other tips and ideas on what I usually do at the end of the year in terms of tax planning and reducing my taxable amount. So I'll leave that link here. Thank you again to Baselane for sponsoring today's video. I'll leave the link to the 30-day trial to Baselane Smart below. Hope you're having a good day, and I'll see you again next time. Bye!